Meanwhile, the town at the center of one of Maine's largest PFAS investigations is moving forward with plans to expand public drinking water.
In June, voters in Fairfield will be asked if they are in favor of a $48 million project to extend new water lines to more than 150 homes on private wells, which had elevated levels of those toxic chemicals.
But as Vivian Lee reports, the project still has to overcome some big challenges, including its price tag.
More than 100 people packed a public hearing Wednesday night to hear about a multi-million-dollar project that would extend water lines to parts of Fairfield considered hotspots for PFAS contamination.
We've got proposed water mains heading up 6 Rod Road.
The $48 million project would expand the Kennebec Water District to 157 residents on wells that have tested above the safe limits for the industrial compounds. The source of the contamination is wastewater sludge laced with PFAS chemicals. For decades, the sludge was trucked to farms, including the Tozier Dairy Farm, and used as free fertilizer. Penny Harkins grew up just yards away from those fields. She sells tropical coral and fish, and she says manufacturers who made the chemicals should be held accountable.
I don't want you guys paying for something that we didn't do. I don't want to lose my business because I have to pay higher taxes.
Town leaders say passing the costs on to taxpayers would be the last resort. They hope to use grants and millions available from the Biden administration for water infrastructure projects. To help with operating costs and ensure water quality, all homes along the expanded lines would be required to connect to the system, including residents without contaminated water. Another concern, that water would still have very small amounts of PFAS that's allowed under the state's safe limit.
We are so contaminated in our blood. We don't want to get any PFAS in our system at all.
Bruce and Kathy Harrington live along the Howe Road. The toxic compounds in their well were more than 3,000 times higher than Maine's safe limit. They, along with other residents, want to continue using carbon filtration systems to filter out the chemicals, and they still use bottled water for drinking and cooking.
And I don't believe that people should have to be forced to take the water if they do bring it up.
There is the possibility that the water district can put in its own filtration system so that they can bring the Kennebec Water District's water down to 0 parts per trillion.
As PFAS testing continues to expand and more contamination is being discovered across the state, Fairfield officials are concerned that state funding needed to maintain those filtration systems will eventually dry up and residents will have to pick up the tab. Voters will have the final say if the project moves forward. A referendum question asking voters to approve the expansion of the water lines will be held on June 14th. In Fairfield, Vivian Lee, News Center, Maine.